Welcome in, Bills Mafia. Welcome into the newsroom of Go Bills podcast. We are just under 4 days away from the 2025 NFL Draft, and we are here with our fourth installment of the 10 players that the Buffalo Bills should draft in 10 days. While we are not in 10 days, we are going to make this happen. We are going to give you the 10 players that the Buffalo Bills should draft in the NFL Draft after the 10 picks that the Buffalo Bills have in this draft. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell on Nickel City Mafia. Also, don't forget to go on over to Go Bills Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and give us a follow and subscribe to us as well. We are going to have our next show here with our fourth installment of draft picks, and this player is another guy that you're going to be familiar with in the draft. You might remember last year that the Buffalo Bills picked up a guy in an undrafted free agent out of the University of Buffalo and Buffalo Joe. This is going to be the next Buffalo Joe and the next story in the Bills saga of University of Buffalo players that get drafted or sign as undrafted free agents to the Buffalo Bills. I'm telling you what, this guy is going to be here by training camp. Trust me, guys, I'm telling you the truth. So we started off this series with our first player in UTSA's cornerback, Za Frazier. He is a 6'3" cornerback, tall, lengthy, that's going to make plays. He was our late round pick that I think the Bills are going to go after. Deion Walker in the second day or third day is the second player on our list of players that the Buffalo Bills should draft, a big defensive tackle at 6'7", 340 pounds. And then we added to the mix with our third guy on the list in our pick that I think that the Bills should get with their first round pick in Trey Amos. Now we're going to mix into this and we're going to go back to players that the Bills should either draft very late in the draft or guys that they should pick up as undrafted free agents. I love these blossom picks, that these guys that are diamonds in the rough that you can find in the draft. And I think that Brandon Beane is going to draft this player very late in the draft, probably with our 206th pick. If not, maybe a trade late into the 7th round. We have a ton of picks stashed up from previous trades as well as compensatory picks that Brandon Beane could decide maybe late in the draft that, hey, I want to pick up a player and make sure that he doesn't get poached in the undrafted free agency world, or he doesn't get poached by another team in the 7th round of the draft. So let's talk about the fourth player on our list here that we are going to mention, and this is the University of Buffalo's linebacker, Shaun Dolac. And this player is somebody that you need to keep your eyes out for. He is a smaller cornerback, kind of reminds me a lot of Matt Milano, but he came to my recognition after an outstanding season in 2024 at the University of Buffalo. He is from West Seneca, played at West Seneca East Senior High School. He is 6'1", 221 pounds. Like I mentioned, smaller linebacker, kind of like Matt Milano. Born 3 days after September 11th in 2001 and did not get a combine invite. So he has a chip on his shoulder, and you know darn well that he is going to make an impact when he comes to the NFL, much like his fellow University of Buffalo alum, Buffalo Joe. So let's talk about some of his honors that he has had in his collegiate career. Consensus All-American 2024, MAC Defensive Player of the Year in 2024, two-time first-team All-MAC in 2022 and 2024. I mentioned he was born in West Seneca, played for West Seneca East Senior High School. He was a graduate student at the University of Buffalo. Why not make it to the trifecta again of having him play for the Buffalo Bills? His collegiate career began as a walk-on at the University of Buffalo after a year at Milford Academy. Over 5 seasons, he developed into a cornerstone of the Bulls defense. In 2022, he led the MAC and ranked second nationally with 147 tackles, recorded 13.5 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, and 7 pass breakups. Earned first-team All-MAC honors that season. In 2023, his season was cut short due to an injury after 4 games, tallied 32 tackles and an interception. In 2024, he set a school record with 168 tackles, adding 18 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, 5 interceptions, and 5 pass breakups. Named the consensus All-American and MAC Defensive Player of the Year. Dolac's performance solidified his reputation as one of the nation's most productive linebackers. And I mentioned that he set a school record with 168 tackles that season in 2024. That also led the nation in tackles. So University of Buffalo is going to be on the map with Shaun Dolac here, as I mentioned before. Let's go over his scouting report, and some of the strengths that he has is his tackling efficiency, consistently high tackle counts with a low missed tackle rate of 5% in 2024, 7.5% overall in his career, which is an outstanding number. His coverage skills are incredible, allowed a passer rating of 56.5 when targeted in 2024, indicating strong pass defense capabilities. Football IQ is something that scouts mention as well. He demonstrates excellent play recognition and positioning, often disrupting plays before they develop. Versatility, he is effective in various roles, including run defense, pass coverage, and occasional pass rushing. Areas of improvement, some of the things that you bring back to areas of improvement are similar to Matt Milano in the draft. His size and length are very small, 6'1", 221 pounds with 30-inch arms. He may face challenges against larger offensive linemen in the NFL. The level of competition that he went up against, he dominated in the MAC, but scouts may question his skill translates against higher quality opponents. His injury history, much similar to Matt Milano, missed the 2023 season due to injury and wore an elbow brace during the 2024 season. During his pro day, although he was not invited to the NFL Combine, Dolac showcased his athleticism during Buffalo's pro day. At the 40-yard dash, he ran a 4.55 second 40-yard dash, vertical jump of 35.5 inches, broad jump of 121 inches, 4.21 second shuttle, 3-cone drill of 6.94 seconds. This is an area that impresses me very much, is his 25 reps at 225 pounds. His relative athletic score is 9.00 out of 5. So you know that he is very athletic. And that is similar to what the Buffalo Bills are looking for a player that can fit their scheme. Dolac is projected as a late-round pick or priority undrafted free agent. Teams like the New England Patriots, Detroit Lions, and Las Vegas Raiders come to mind and have shown interest in picking up Buff guy in Shaun Dolac, and I call him Buffalo Joe's twin here. But they value his tackling prowess as well as his football intelligence. But I'm telling you guys, a team that should be on the lookout for Shaun Dolac is the Buffalo Bills, because they've had their pro days. They've been at all their games and everything. They have tons of scouts that are within the area. And you have Buffalo Joe, who's currently on the team, that can vouch for him too. So some of the teams that he would fit is the New England Patriots. I mentioned he's seeking athletic sideline to sideline linebackers. Dolac skill set aligns perfectly with the defensive philosophy of Mike Vrabel. The Detroit Lions come to mind as well, as head coach Dan Campbell loves physicality and high motor players. Dolac's skill set fits that mold. The Las Vegas Raiders come to mind too, looking to bolster their linebacking depth with versatility and intelligent players. I mentioned the Buffalo Bills in this segment too, because I feel like the Buffalo Bills, after losing Matt Milano to free agency in 2026, could look to make an upgrade and bring in a guy that's a little bit smaller that can bloom behind Matt Milano here for a season. And then you can bring him in and see how he does. Maybe he becomes the starter for the Bills, which would be an incredible story for somebody that comes from West Seneca High School to the University of Buffalo, all the way to the Buffalo Bills, much similar to Buffalo Joe here. Additional insight on him, his journey from walk-on to consensus All-American showcases his determination and football acumen. While he may face challenges due to his size and level of competition, his production and athleticism makes him a compelling prospect for teams seeking a high-motor linebacker with strong instincts in the NFL. And guys, like I mentioned here, this is a player that I'm telling you is going to be either a priority free agency signing or a deep draft pick in the NFL draft. And I'll promise you, if he doesn't go to the Buffalo Bills, he's going to make an impact wherever he goes. He has the intelligence, he has the ability to make plays, and he's going to grow into one of the best linebackers in the game. Well, that's a wrap from the War Room Mafia. Whether it's a sleeper pick, a blockbuster trade, or a future legend in the making, we've got you covered right here on Nickel City Mafia. If you bleed red, white, and Bills blue, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and ring the notification bell to be notified anytime we are going live, as well as never missing a moment from one Bills drive. Until next time, Bills Mafia, stay loud, stay proud, and as always, go Bills.